Alright guys, we have raised the volume on the game for the music, so please let us know if it's too loud and I can lower it from here, so let me know.
So now it is Metallica, the game that I really love to play in Sydney.
We're moving into the semi-finals. It's a match between Daniele Acciari from Italy and Julio Soriano from Spain. First game is Daniele's choice. We will start on Metallica. And the other games that both players have been choosing is Daniele Acciari choose Blackjack, which is an early game, sort of a solid state game.
Yes, well, the goal in this Blackjack game is to beat the dealer. But now let's focus on Metallica to see what Daniele and Julio will do. Sorry.
Very quick, the other games, World Cup Soccer, Acciari's choice, Matahari, Radisson's or Julio's choices. Radical obviously not being a surprise.
And we will try to bring you Metallica first here, of course, and also World Cup Soccer and Radical. That's the three games that we're hoping to give you on this screen.
So we have to move the camera between the rounds, Paul.
Yeah, but you know, we're getting the hang of it. It's getting faster and faster to move this camera.
Oh, the tilt for Daniele. Wow.
That was a rather quick ball won by Daniele.
And by Julio.
And by Julio as well. Moving into ball number 2.
And they're both going for the electric chair multi-ball up there, which most people do.
That is, let's say, the standard strategy. Get this electric chair multi-ball going as quick as possible.
This is only a warm-up, guys. This is only the warm-up.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Sorry for the
wrong
assumptions.
Now is the game begin.
Now the game begins.
Yes, the strategy is to try to have
the electric chair
multiple before the stand-up targets, just because of the fact that the stand-up targets stands up at every ball, and the shots on the electric chair remains on all the balls. So it is a good strategy to begin with electric chair, then after to have the stand-up targets, then after the snake, then after the coffin.
But you should be aware that, as you can see, the returns from the electric chair targets up there can be pretty nasty.
Yeah, but the strategy with the left flipper is to stuck the ball directly when it comes from the electric chair. So it's a left flipper strategy game.
Okay, there's a tilt for Danielle. So
yes,
his first ball is over. He got $500,000. And Julio's up next.
Well, it needs to be said, if you go for that electric chair multi-ball, that you do take some risks. It's not without any risk at all. But it's the only way to, let's say, to get into the game, to get a good scoring.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you have to sacrifice maybe a ball to get there. And then rather play a very good ball, starting that multi-ball, combining it with some playfield multipliers. Also setting up the stand-up targets, which are the two wide inserts next to each, next to the right ramp and also next to the drop targets.
Mhm.
If those are all hit during multi-ball, you can get another ball, add a ball in the snake, which at the same time gives you a ball save and a playfield multiplier for I think 30 seconds. That's in a nutshell how you can score some points on Metallica. And as we move on into the game, we will see that they will probably also collect an amount of coffins, an amount of snakes, an amount of crosses to eventually crank it up.
Yes, this software evolution means a lot of things for Metallica. It is a better game now with new code. So the multiple is lit. Well done, Yo-Yo.
Very differently from what ECDC is about. Here the song that you choose at the beginning of the game is of absolutely no importance.
Yes, that's true.
It's just the kind of song that you will hear throughout the game. Whereas on ECDC, the kind of song that you pick at startup of the game is definitely a very important choice you have to make.
Certainly. So now we are on multiple. And Julio is playing in the flow. No control at all.
The ball is wild.
The ball is wild and it is a very nice action. I love it.
Yeah, I can imagine you love this.
Because I love to play that way.
Yeah.
Although it looks very chaotic what Julio is doing here, but you can be sure that he's definitely getting some control in the chaos that you can see. That was not the best multi-ball though.
So, what is the better option, to play with controlling balls or to play with the flow? But for the show, it is to play with the flow. There is more action. It's better to see.
He's going for another electric chair multi-ball.
Yeah, you will see a lot of players do that. Play electric chair over and over again.
But he did get some of the drop targets during the multi-ball, so he shouldn't have that many shots left on the left multi-ball behind the drop targets.
That was a pretty good ball one.
Oh, there's a drain directly for Daniel. So he's gonna have to do some work on his third ball.
Well, Daniel is not very lucky in this game. Metallica being his choice of a game. I saw him play it earlier today in the quarterfinals, putting up scores of over 60 million. It's a matter of getting that multi-ball going.
Yeah, now it's lit for Julio, and there he starts it.
He can start his second multi-ball.
And I expect to see some drop targets fall during this multi-ball. There's one. And there's a bunch of jackpots. Now the super jackpot is lit and hit. Oh, and there's a danger. So Julio is calming down a bit. After that, another chaotic multi-ball. And the danger. For the next electric chair multi-ball, this guy is gonna need 16 hits up there. So I wonder if he's gonna go for that one or if he's gonna change his strategy. No, he's still going for the electric chair. And there's an outlane. So let's see what Daniel can do about this one.
We've seen Daniele come back from positions like the one he's in now. If he gets his multi-ball going, which is probably another 2 hits on the electric chair, we might see him come back. Okay, one more hit to get that multi-ball started. There it is.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna get some. So, the pride of Technoplay, Daniela Chiari. Let's see if he can do something about Julio's score on his third and last ball. He's now playing the electric chair multi-ball.
So Daniele got his add ball. He has now 3 balls in play, and he has double playfield going on as well.
And he's playing a much more controlled multi-ball playing style than Julio.
Snake shot. Missed. Snake shot is done.
And there's an add-a-ball.
And the jackpot is lit on the electric chair.
And there's a super jackpot.
That's a double super jackpot. Probably about 3 point something million, yes.
Yes, 3.4. There's 3 heads here. If you have the 8, does it make sense? On the multiple, there is 3 heads.
Yes.
But I think that it can go to the right side. If you have, maybe it is the jackpots you've done on electric chair.
Okay.
He's got another super lit, and there he hits that. That was an ordinary one. I gotta get a bigger screen. It's hard to see things on this small screen.
That was a super jackpot.
That was a super jackpot and a drain, so his multi-ball is over, right?
We are back to 1 ball game. But the 16 million puts him in the lead. He's taking the lead over Julio now. And it's not over yet.
And this is the first game. So it's 0-0 before this one. For any newcomers, I can tell you that behind the mics is me, Patrick Bodin, and Frank Bona from France, and Lieven Engelbeen from Belgium. We're watching Daniele Acciari from Italy and Julio Soriano from Spain playing their first game in the semifinals.
Thank you, Excalibur. The super jackpot is, yes, the heads are the progress of the super jackpot. Thank you. But it is very hard to make 7 or 8 super jackpots in a game. Mystery at fuel.
He's going for another electric chair. I think we're going to see a lot of that on this game. And there's the outlane, but he ends up on 30-something. Which means that Julio needs a couple of million to pass him. 10 million.
About 10 million is what Julio needs. So he is not very far in his progress towards the third electric chair multi-ball. So I'm kind of curious what his strategy will be at this point. He needs 2 more crosses, 3 more snakes to light crank it up, I believe.
You think it's going to go for that one? Or just another electric chair?
Well, let's see what he's doing.
Another electric chair.
I guess it will be another electric chair, yes.
That's a danger.
Double danger.
Tails.
Game over for Julio in this first game, putting Daniele in the lead with 1-2-0.
All right, I'm going to go talk to the players and see what's next.